All right, we are back up here on the deck, live, Marvel Live at SDCC 2019, and we are joined by, I'm going to say, a comic book legend right now. Are you kidding me? Nilah Magruder, everyone.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, it's so good to see you. I want to talk to you about a bunch of stuff, but how has the convention been for you so far?
Oh, it's been great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love the energy. It's a lot of walking, of course.
Of course.
But there's so many cool things to see.
Oh, absolutely. Now, we talked a little bit, Nilah and I caught up when you were doing your signing, but I'm wondering, have you gotten a chance to see some kids in Marvel Rising costumes yet?
No.
No, not yet.
I don't know how I'm missing all the cosplayers.
Okay, we're gonna throw you in the way of cosplay.
Please do.
Later, just so you can see it. It's one of my favorite things.
I know. Like, I've had friends send me pictures of adorable little children in Marvel costumes, but I haven't seen any for myself.
All right, I'm gonna find them for you.
We're gonna round them up. We're gonna be like, we're gonna put them over here.
Please do.
Soon. So I want to talk about Marvel Rising. It's so good. It has so many beloved characters. What has that experience been like? Like, kind of crafting these characters for a generation that now they're beloved. Like, they're gonna grow up loving Gwen and Patriot. Oh my goodness, you kidding me?
Gosh, it's been pretty surreal getting to write characters like Ms. Marvel and Squirrel Girl, because I remember when Ms. Marvel was first announced, and I remember when Squirrel Girl, Ryan North started that title series, and just being so excited that kids and adults too were getting the opportunity to experience these characters kind of for the first time. And I was in there as well, like reading these stories that were nothing like what I was reading when I was a kid. And all of a sudden, I'm writing Ms. Marvel, I'm writing Squirrel Girl, Quake, Inferno, America Chavez, like these legendary characters.
But let's not leave out Tippy Toe, because you also have a special issue where Tippy Toe is prominently featured in A Year of Marvels.
Yes.
And I love that story. It's so fun. How did that issue come about? Because it's a delight.
So Kathleen Wisniewski, an editor at Marvel, reached out to me and said, hey, we're working on this anthology series. We have this story. It's a Tippy Toe Squirrel, Rocket Raccoon team up. Are you interested? And it's like she looked into my soul. I love talking animal stories. I love Rocket. I love Tippy Toe. I was like, yes. I don't know what the story is going to be yet, but I am your person.
It's the alliance that we all need right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so fun.
And they were very fun characters to write, Tippy Toe has a special place in my heart, and I took the opportunity in Marvel Rising as well to give her a bit of time and a bit of dialogue, which I appreciated having that opportunity.
Oh, amazing! I mean, you're killing it now. I want to go. I always love origin stories. I want to know, what was that first Marvel memory that you had? That first thing you were like, I'm in, all the way in.
My first Marvel memory. So before, like back in the 90s, the X-Men series, before that show started, there was kind of, I guess, like a half-hour special, and it was about Kitty Pryde joining the X-Men.
Pryde of the X-Men.
Yeah, and I don't know what it was about that story. It had everything I love. I love action-adventure, and the characters, I really hadn't read X-Men before then, and so the characters were brand new to me, and I just fell in love with Nightcrawler and Kitty Pryde, and I've just been hooked ever since.
Yeah, I think I remember it's Pride of the X-Men. It was one episode.
Yeah.
You can go on, I've watched it maybe a billion times. It is unbelievably animated. It's like a cool 80s animation, almost like all those 8 cartoons you saw back then. And the intro has this theme song. It's X-Men, and it's unbelievable. They go into space. It's so good. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's imprinted on my brain.
Well, and speaking of animation, Marvel Rising, of course, is an animated series as well as the comics that you have worked on.
Yeah.
How did you work with Marvel Animation? In any way?
Not a lot.
Interesting.
I watched it just to get a sense of their tone and how they worked with the characters, but really my reference point was the first Marvel Rising comic issue. And that story with Ember, and I won't give away how it goes, but yeah, that was kind of my jumping off point, and figuring out what is what is the relationship that these characters have already formed, and where can I go with it? Where can I build upon it?
Love it.
So animation is so important. What do you think are the great things about animation that allow you to tell stories in like engaging ways? 'Cause it's so much different than live action. You can do so much more.
Well, and you are not just a writer; you're a storyboard artist.
Correct. Yes. I love the beauty of the medium. There's so much energy and there's so much you can do with animation. One of the principles that I learned when I was, studying animation in school is that it's a medium where you want to do things that are impossible. You want to do things that are magical and surreal, because that's what animation is for. And so that's something I love there, but also animation is such a collaborative medium. You're bringing a lot of people with different skills, and together you're able to come up with there's such potential there to really make something
What you're saying is you're like your own Marvel Rising crew, just like that.
Yeah.
And there it is. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and talking with us.
Oh, thank you for having me.